It's Saturday, May 10th. It's 8:45 a.m. I know it's been a while since my last video, even though I got no views on it. But I thought, why not record a day in the life, show you guys what's going on in my life, how I'm going about things. I've been a lot more active on Instagram, but as of late I have not been all too active because I've been having some pretty bad dental pain, nerve pain specifically. I'm on the path to get 2 root canals done this upcoming Wednesday, which would be May 14th, I believe. But I just want to document my life today, kind of show you guys a day in my life. On the weekend, it is a Saturday, so things are a little bit more calm. They're not as hectic. But yeah, so I just want to walk you guys through kind of what I do on my day-to-day. There we go. So if you guys are coming from Instagram, you already know kind of how my morning routines go. I typically wake up around 6 a.m. On a regular weekday, but today it's a weekend. I thought, let me wake up a little bit later because I don't really have a lot of work to do this morning. Plus, my dining hall opens at 10 a.m. and the gym opens at 10 a.m., which is, almost an hour away. So you guys know the first step in my morning routine is getting my morning journaling done, or what I like to call my spiritual win, so to speak, where I'm kind of just reflecting on kind of what I've done the day prior, how my week has been going overall, and the goals that I've set for myself for my future, but also in the present day. And the way I like to break these up is by having my long-term goals, then my habits that I'm going to have for that day, and then I have what are known as needle moving tasks, which are tasks that I do throughout the day that moves me one step closer to my ultimate dream. So I'm gonna look for a pen. I actually don't know where my pen is, which is not good, because one of the biggest things I preach about is reducing friction in your morning routine. I realized my pen was just on the floor, so I'm just gonna kind of get these written down, put you guys right there so you have some lighting going on, so you can actually see me. Actually, I'm gonna put you guys right over here while I get these done. I don't really like showing what my goals, my long-term goals are, just because I like keeping these big goals more so for myself, to kind of measure my own progress, rather than kind of having everyone conscious about, these are his personal long-term goals. So one of my needle moving tasks for the day is actually recording this vlog that I'm recording right now. Though I'm not sure when you guys are actually going to see this vlog. Hopefully within 2 days after I record this. I'll probably post it on Monday, just for the sake of the algorithm. Now that I finished getting my morning journal done, next thing I want to do is get a morning weigh-in. And before I do my weigh myself, I've been a little stagnant over the past week, if I'm being quite honest, because of my nerve pain that I've been experiencing. I haven't been able to eat enough food to gain weight, but even then I have been hitting the gym consistently. I just need to kind of bring it back up to 157, because that's where I was last, and then within the next month hopefully we can get to 165, bring that back up and hit 165 by graduation. Just looking at the story that I'm about to post on the gram. The dining hall, they opened at 10, so kind of walking there right now. I got ready. I did my morning push-ups, which I didn't get on the vlog only because I recorded on my phone, and I recorded specifically in the Instagram aspect ratio. So if you guys go to my IG, you'll see the push-ups. And at some point I'm going to be creating a highlight showing my kind of daily habits that I'm doing to maintain my morning system. And you will see at some point the push-ups from today will be there, because you guys are going to see this video after a couple days. Okay, I've been kind of struggling to figure out the settings on this camera because the exposure keeps going up and down, but whatever. One thing I want to talk to you guys about is the fear that you feel when you're recording yourself. Because this is the first time I'm actually just kind of walking about recording myself. Granted that it's a weekend and there aren't a lot of people walking around campus, I still feel scared as hell recording myself, looking kind of foolish. And I think the biggest thing that really differentiates, people who succeed from people who don't, which I guess success is relative, but, in this case, it's people who are afraid of being judged by others. Like, yeah, I'm actively thinking about, damn, people are probably judging me, but it's a matter of what you do about it. You could either choose to, succumb to that feeling and end up stopping the vlog or stop doing what it is that you're trying to do, or you could just attack it head on and do whatever it is that you're trying to do. All right, so we made it to the dining hall. Got 2 cups of chocolate milk in here. Got 6 scrambled eggs with a little bit of Mott's cheese, but I don't really count the calories. I like to count the calories of the food item itself. I don't like to count any spices I add onto it, any cheese that I add onto it, mainly because firstly, it's only a small amount of cheese, but secondly, I like to build the habit of underestimating my calories slightly rather than guessing and overestimating, because the cheese, I didn't make these eggs. The dining hall cooks made the eggs for me, so I can't guess how much cheese is in here. So I'd much rather just count the eggs and my 2 cups of milk. Alright, so I just got out of the dining hall and I'm heading back to my dorm, and we're gonna chill out for an hour, and we're heading back today. I'm back in Biceps, get a nice little pull day. I just got back to my dorm and I'm just chilling in one of the study lounges, and a big thing that I wanted to talk about as kind of someone who just started vlogging, this is my first ever vlog, and the fear of being judged, and more so how it's non-existent, and the fear you feel when you're doing something brand new where it puts yourself in a vulnerable position is really just a mindset. I was walking around campus, and this is the first time I ever vlogged publicly, and I was walking around, and I'm not gonna lie, I felt like people were staring at, people definitely were looking at me, and honestly I felt a little bit of, I guess, embarrassment in people just staring at me and judging me for making content, or really just judging me on the fact that they didn't know what I was doing, and I probably looked a little goofy doing it because I have this camera kind of attached to my arm, and it's just like I have it up here, I have it down here, it's just kind of all over the place. This feeling of fear is the key distinguishing factor that separates those who are successful from those who live an average life. If you think about it, the most successful people that you know of are publicly recognized, and that's done through the role of media. So if you're someone like me who is seeking to build a business, become an entrepreneur, and become wealthy in your lifetime, facing your biggest fear is the first step you need to take, but also the easiest step you can take, because you're under the impression that recording yourself, vlogging, doing whatever it is, it's scary. It's the only reason it's scary is because you haven't done it. Once you take that first step, all of a sudden it's like, oh, this is easy, this is not that bad at all. It's just your nerves initially, and plus this is not the most difficult step. The only reason it feels so difficult for you is because you've never done this before and you don't know what else lies ahead of you, because every next big thing you do after the previous thing is going to feel more difficult than that previous thing. For example, I'm here shooting this vlog and I'm here thinking like, this is scary. What if it doesn't reach the audience that I wanted to reach? Or what if people start judging me because I know people who I know are going to be watching this video? And once I have this published, I know the kind of person I am. Once I overcome this obstacle, so to speak, I'm gonna be just fine. And then the next thing in my mind is the next big thing that I need to work on. What's the next fear, the next obstacle that's gonna stand in my way? I'm gonna have the same feelings towards it. The thing that you need to do is you need to detach the feelings you have associated with a particular task. That way you can actually do that task, and once you're done, you realize it really was not that bad. It's just what you needed to do to move on to the next step. Again, this things like these, they're needle moving tasks. At the start of the vlog, you saw that I'm trying to record this video for today. That's my needle moving task of the day, among various other things. But it's the biggest thing that I'm working on today. That's my project of the day. So step out of your comfort zone, do whatever it is that you're trying to do, and don't care about what anyone else thinks, because at the end of the day, if you visualize yourself 10 years from now, this specific moment, it's going to be so minute compared to every other experience you have. You're going to be reflecting and thinking to yourself, that wasn't that bad. I can't believe that I stressed this much over such a small thing after all these years. It was nothing. It was nothing compared to everything else you've experienced afterwards. All right, we just got ready. We're headed to the gym right now. I take a teaspoon of honey and pink salt. And we're about to go have a amazing pull day, get back and biceps done today. And the weather's finally nice outside as well.